Hello, so I just want to start off by saying that this is Ben Eater's schematic for the 6502 computer. Mine varies a little bit from his, but I followed basically generally this schematic from his videos. So I just wanted to put that out there, and I will be linking his website in the description to give him credit for his work. So to start out, there's the reset button and the clock, which the clock goes to this Phi 2 pin, and the reset goes to the reset pin. And then over here, he has the ROM, the 28C256. It's a EEPROM, double E. And you can see that the address bus is connected to the address bus of the chip, except for on the chip there's an extra address pin, which is A15, which goes to this 7400 NAND gate. And all of these NAND gates that he uses are part of the basically the address decoding logic, so that it could pick between the EEPROM and the actual SRAM, which is this 62256. And you could see that the pinouts of the ROM and the RAM are almost identical. The only difference is that the I'm trying to see this. Actually, they're actually exactly the same, but the wiring of them, I believe that the write enable pin for this one should go positive. Yeah, because you don't ever want to write to this chip while it's in the circuit. You program it with the programmer, as I showed in one of my videos. But the write enable for this one goes to the read and write signal from the actual processor. So that's the ROM and the RAM. It's pretty simple. And the chip selects are what go to the outputs of these various NAND gates. So then here's the 65C22, which is a versatile interface adapter specifically for the 6502. And I'm not going to go too deep into how it works, but basically there's these two ports A and ports B. And basically in the code, which I made a few videos talking about the code, but you could select a port to output from. Basically, if you have a certain register, you can write to a certain memory address and it'll output to either the A port or the B port. And part of that comes from these pins over here. So you use A0, 1, 2, and 3 as basically these register selects. And depending on what you set these to, you'll select a different port. These are the data inputs to the 65C22. And then here you can see that in the schematic, the port B connects directly to this, it says U3 here, but it's basically this display. It's a little LCD display. And those are the data bits from port B connecting. And then over here, there's these buttons, which I didn't add to my circuit. But these first 3 pins are the control pins for the display. So you're using port A to, to do the read write, and I believe that's also register select. Next, these are just to control the contrast of the display, and that's just power. And that's about it for the schematic. I didn't want to go too detailed into it. If you'd like to see a more detailed explanation of the schematic, you can go ahead and check out Ben Eater's website, which I, again, will be linking in the description of this video. So, yeah. So, basically, everything on here, this is the oscillator, this is the 6502, the ROM, the RAM, the versatile interface adapter, the NAND gate, which we only use 3 out of 4 that are on this chip. And then this is the display. And then I added a little bit of my own circuitry. I added a hexadecimal and binary output as well, because this can only output characters. And that's basically about it. I went over the code in a few of my videos, and I highly recommend that you guys watch those if you want to learn how to write programs for this computer if you end up building it. So I'll power it. And I got a new lab bench power supply. It's a 30 volts 5 amp power supply, so I'll go ahead and hook up my 6502 to it. 6502 computer. So I'm gonna get a couple of wires for the positive and negative. And then I'm gonna hit the reset button once. And you can see we get hello world. Now I've written some different software for this. I've written hello world in different ways. I've written Fibonacci recursively, Fibonacci iteratively. But yeah, I recommend that you guys check out my 6502 programming videos if you want to learn more. And also, again, be sure to check out Ben Eater's website. He's an amazing YouTuber. And if you want to buy the 6502 kit, I personally have a lot of these parts laying around already, but if you don't have these parts, I recommend that you either buy the parts from the parts list he has, or if you just buy the kit from him directly, just to show him some support. Amazing YouTuber. And thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys learned a lot. If you need to see more, let me know. If you need anything clarified, be sure to ask in the comments. And I'll talk to you guys next time.